Hello and welcome to class as we continue to work on our wooden clock. We're getting ready to take the pieces that we have just prepared in our previous video to walk through our stations at our router table. I'm going to walk you through this. The one all the way at the end on the corner. This is going to go ahead and make the dual slots for the sides. Once you've processed and put it in there, you're going to take a step to the right and you will go ahead and put the dado groove from one side dado to the next side dado. This is to make sure that my back is going to go ahead and lock in. The last station that we have 4 stations in this room. The middle one or the third one, we're going to go ahead and round over our material. In the previous videos, my wood is nice and square and nice and sharp edges. This is going to kind of relieve that edge. It has a 1/4 inch round over bit that is going to smooth out the corners so it will not splinter. We can't get a splinter. We can't get a sliver. And then the final one, we're not going to use that one until we get to the point where we're going to be discussing the decorative sides. So I'm going to walk you through real quick. Once again, I'm going to have a dry run. I'm going to take my push block and the piece that I have and the piece that I have created, it's going to lock in or sit inside the groove. Okay, just like this. It also should be the same length. This one has been processed. This has went through. Okay, it has grooves. So I come over to my machine. My on-off switch are all very similar, located right underneath or very close to the router that they're attached to. This one, you turn it on, you put some material in, and you press. Once you're done, you're going to shut the machine off. You're going to pull back your material, and you will have the dual slots. Then you're going to take your piece, which is now this piece, and we're going to put that single slotted dado groove in. Another push block. It's going to lock in upside down like this. We're sliding the router bit that's in the table over this dado groove. Okay, place it in here, guide it in with your hands, and then we're going to move from right to left. When it stops at the edge of the table, the fence that is built in, we have completed the groove. Okay, then we're going to turn to our final router station that we will complete for this project, or the final router for this video. Same and identical push block. We are going to leave this edge alone. We do not need to round over the back. This is the reverse side of the clock. This is fine. We don't need to do anything to that. We're going to round over both the top and bottom edge, as well as both the top and bottom edge to the sides, the ends of the board. So I'm going to walk through here. I'm going to lock it in. I'm placing this towards the back of my push block. I do not want to cut the back. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to slide it through. I'm going to flip the material over. I'm doing the long sides first. Then on my push block, I have this built in near like a miter gauge. I'm going to round over this. I'm going to flip it again, round over the opposite side, spin, and I'm going to router the other 2 edges as well. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hold this with my left hand, push with my right, flip, spin, flip, and then I am done. And now I have created this piece. So now we're going to go ahead and process these. Once again, anytime we're going to operate any tools or equipment, we need to make sure we're in safety glasses. I'm going to lock in my piece. I'm going to bring the piece down to my router table. The switch is located on your right-hand side. I'm going to start this, wait for it to reach full speed. I'm going to press it in. I'm going to shut it off, and then I'm going to remove my material. It is now stopped. I do, in fact, have my grooves. I'm going to repeat this 2 times. I have 2 pieces, but for time's sake for the video, we're going to go ahead and move to the next. Now we're at the single slotted dado station where we're going to add this groove. I'm going to slide it over the bit. I'm locking it into my push block. I'm going to start it with it above the bit. Turn the machine on. Shut the machine off. I pressed from my left to my right. The machine is now off. I have a bunch of sawdust in here. I'm going to clean this out. And then I have one final router station. At the final station, once again, this is a round over. I'm going to push it all the way to the end. I'm going to flip my piece. I'm going to put it right up against the push block. I'm going to do the ends. Flipping once again, spinning for the last time, through and flip. We do not need to route the insides of these grooves. Flip. Turn it 90 degrees. Flip. Spin. Flip. Shut the machine off. Here's the final piece. You will, once again, you have two of these pieces. This is both the top and the bottom at this point in time. Again, thanks for watching. Continue to be safe and wear safety glasses.